my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys left me on my Instagram. So they're about my comp prepping, food, training, all those sorts of things. And I'm also going to go take you food shopping. It is Saturday today, Saturday the 10th, so hopefully I'll upload this by Monday or Tuesday. I'm trying to get back into the swing of uploading one video a week, and so far I'm 2 for 2, so wish me luck. Anyway, so I asked you guys these questions a couple days ago, just what else you want to know or anything that you're interested in within my comp. And then we'll go food shopping because so many of these questions are literally about food, so I thought I may as well just take you food shopping and show you what products I'm eating currently at the moment. And then I'm going to just, I don't know, meal prep it all, I guess, maybe. I'm definitely filming an IGTV meal today, so because so many people liked that I did like that protein ball recipe on my IGTV, so I'm going to do one of my competing meals because so many people noticed that I said that I can't eat them, so everyone wanted to know what I can eat. I really don't eat anything that interesting, but I thought, hey, why not if you guys are interested. So make sure you comment below what else you want to see on this channel, give me a like, and make sure you're subscribed because you're going to be getting weekly videos at least up until when I compete, which is in 10 weeks. Like, how crazy is that? I literally feel like I've been comp prepping for forever. Not really, it actually feels literally like anything that I would be doing normally. The only thing different is I'm really like scale weighing all my food. Other than that, wow, I need to stop playing with my hair. I feel like I've touched it a million times. Other than that, it feels like I'm just training hard, eating clean. The hardest part about prepping for me personally is just the social aspect. Like, everyone here on the Gold Coast likes to go out to bars and out for dinner and stuff heaps on the weekend, and I just can't go out and drink or eat anything outside really, only because I'm getting so close to my comp. If I do eat something outside of my meal plan, like at a restaurant, I just sort of try and convert it, rough eyeball gaze it in my FitnessPal, and then take it off what I would normally have eaten that day to make sure I'm still eating the right amount of macros and calories and all those fun things. So without further ado, I'm going to get on to just a few of these questions. Pretty much a majority of them are pretty similar, and hopefully I answer most of them within a certain degree. And the first one that I got asked heaps is how much am I eating and how much other people should be eating. So hopefully coming to this channel, guys, I've said it here a few times. I've said it on my other social media pages, my Instagram, which I'll leave somewhere on the screen over here. Everyone's different. Everyone works differently to a certain amount of calories and macro breakdowns. It is 100% you. So what I do won't work for somebody else just because we don't have the same lifestyle, the same genetics. Yeah, basically, like, I'm on my feet a lot of the day for work because I'm a personal trainer, so I'm working in a gym, but then half of the day I'm just sort of on my computer, whereas some people might work a trade job, so they're on their feet like the whole shift, or some people just work at a desk. So again, all those factors come into account when you're talking about macros and calories. Same with your, oh, I hate when people can hear me from outside because I'm so loud. Same with your height, your weight, your age. Everything comes to account when you're breaking down your calories to see what works for you. And there isn't like the perfect number. So throughout my prep, we've been playing around with my macros, trying to see if I work better with a higher fat to carb ratio or a higher carb to fat ratio. My protein's been pretty high the whole prep. I think I work well with a high protein. When you eat a lot of protein, I don't know if you guys know this, but protein takes a while for your body to digest. So you actually do burn calories when your body is digesting protein. So it is really good to make sure you are getting enough protein in, because there are some calories that you can burn, you know, just by eating. And I mean, who doesn't like to burn calories while eating? I feel like that's the best way. No, but seriously, if you want to know any more about that, I would definitely just give it a Google search, and you can literally learn anything from Google. But with your macros, remembering again that everyone is personalized, you have to play around with it and see what works best with you, making sure that you do keep it with your training routine as well. But food is like number one. I feel like once you master your food, your training can be up and down a little bit for a certain degree. Yeah, tangent, wow. What I'm eating is, what am I eating at the moment? I'm eating a lot at the moment, actually. I'm eating actually, no, I've cut down since I last told you guys in my previous video, so go check that out about my previous WBFF eating video. I'm eating 2,312 calories, and to break that down for you guys, that is 198 grams of protein, 263 grams of carbs, and 52 grams of fat. So I'm on a pretty low fat to carb ratio at the moment. I'm feeling great, I'm feeling full, I'm full of energy, so this really works for me. Meal-wise, I'll probably show you guys when I go food shopping what I'm pretty much eating. It hasn't really changed again since my previous video. There's probably only a slight change of the meat products that I'm consuming. Okay, next question. How did you know about what to eat and how much to eat when you started? So I'm thinking this is about my prep. If it's about my prep, then I train with my coach Sam Pierce, and pretty much I just went to him. We had a meeting when I first started about what I want to do, like what I want to achieve, what comp and federation I want to enter, and then from there we pretty much started back from square one. So I had on my own built my calories up pretty high. I guess for most females do eat quite low calories. I think that's more the fear of overeating than anything. As a personal trainer, I guess I kind of had a little bit of knowledge behind food, and I was pretty confident with my eating and my training. So I was pretty confident to have a high calorie diet. But then when I started with Sam, he was like, okay, we're gonna start from square one. Like, I wanna see how much you're actually eating. So we started at like 1,600. And for me, that was pretty low. I was starving because I was used to, I think I got myself up to like 2,800 at one stage. So what I started on was quite low. And then week by week, we just added 100 calories on through my prep. And then I've been on, I was on 2,500 and something for at least a month, I'm pretty sure. And only like 2 weeks ago, we've changed it now and taken out 200 calories. And that was literally just with a meal swap. So we've changed my lean turkey mince to chicken breast. So taking out some of the fat, and fats are quite high in calories. So by just changing that, the exact same serving size, it took away the difference. So literally I'm just putting all my trust into Sam because he knows what he's doing when it comes to like comping. I myself don't have a comp background. This is my first comp. For pretty much this year and last year was when I started learning about it and everything it's about. I found the WBFF on Instagram, and I just fell in love with the glitz and the glamour and just how fun it looks, and just I feel like it's just like princesses. That's literally what they remind me of when they all wear their tiaras, and I'm like, oh my god, I want one. I want to do that. It looks so fun. So yeah, that's what, oh, that answers that one as well. What made you compete? So I saw it online, I saw all these girls doing it, and I literally was like, wow, I really want to do that. I want to be on a stage. I want to wear a glittery bikini. Like, it literally reminds me of Victoria's Secret cross like pageant show, cross like toddlers and tiaras, like literally with fitness. So like I was like, yes, I can do this. Like, I love the gym. Like, I'll just keep shredding it until I can get on stage, wear that like fantastic jeweled bikini, and then like just go for it. I'm so excited, if you can't tell. Oh my god, so many things about calories. How many days do I train? So previously I was training 7 days a week, and I know lots of people commented on my body update video saying, wow, like that's a lot, why aren't you resting? You need to be resting. Honestly, what I'm doing isn't what I could be doing my whole life. Like, oh, actually, like I love it, and I'm eating enough food, and I find it fun, and I work at a gym, so I probably could train 7 days a week if I wanted to. But like sometimes, girl, you need that rest. Like some days I lie in my bed, like when my alarm goes off, and I'm like, no, help me. Like my body hurts so much. So it was broken down previously, 5 days heavyweight days and 2 HIIT cardio days. Plus on top of that, 35 minutes of list. So that's just like on the treadmill, just walking, like just getting your heart rate up a little bit, nothing too crazy. Then a couple weeks ago, my body fat dropped, so we took out one of the HIIT days. So that turned into an extra cardio day, an extra weight day. So I was doing 6 heavyweight sessions, 1 HIIT session, and 7 list sessions. And now, as of last week, I'm doing 6 heavy weight days. 6 heavy weight days, 1 rest day, thank gosh, and 7 list sessions. So even on that rest day, I just do like a 45-minute walk now. So my list is intense to 45 minutes, which has been quite lovely at the moment because the weather's so nice on the Gold Coast. So I've just been like walking the beach with Stuart and stuff. So it's been really nice to get out of the gym. So nothing too crazy now. Now it's pretty much back to what I was doing prior to comp, just with the actual counted and like measured list. Like I probably was doing that anyway here and there. So it's pretty easy and like 100% I could stay with it. It's nothing too hard for me at the moment. My training plan just changed, so I've got a full new program. This is my 2nd session today on the new program, and wow, it was tough. It's so different to how I'm used to training. It's very different, which is good. It's exciting because I'm being challenged. So I'll probably, if you guys want, comment it below. If you want to see one of my new training sessions, I literally train every body part. So if you want to see anything specific, like comment it below. Let your girl know what else you want to see. Do you need to be in a calorie deficit or surplus to get lean muscle? So you can be in either. A calorie deficit is when you're eating under the amount you oh my god, words are just not with me. So calorie deficit is when you're eating less than calories you're burning. So if for example, 800 calories eating, but I'm training and burning 120. Example, I'm not doing that. No one think that I'm doing that. Just an example. Surplus is the opposite. So eating more, so eating 120 calories, and then burning less, so only burning 800. So with the calorie surplus, you're more likely to put on weight, and calorie deficit, you're gonna be losing weight. Both of them you can build muscle on, like 100%. Like I've been building muscle on both. For my comp, I was in more of a surplus at the beginning because I just needed to put on more weight faster. And honestly, I think it's personal preference. I think I found personally it's a lot harder for me to put on muscle when I'm in a deficit. I think that's just genetically how I am. I'm an ectomorph, so I don't actually hold too much body fat or like put on weight too quick. But in saying that, I have my areas where I will always hold body fat, and it'll always be super hard for me to get rid of it. Like I'll always have cellulite and a little bit of wobble on my thighs. I've just learned to own it and build up my glutes, so now I've got a better butt, so I don't really care too much anymore. And if anyone else is fast, then you can look, I guess. I don't care. I think once you learn to own those sorts of things, like it doesn't really faze you anymore. You just got to rock what you have, you know. After comp, will you go straight back into your normal training and way of eating? This is a really good question. Honestly, like I'll probably stay the same. Like I'll probably tear off a little bit. I probably won't do as much list. I obviously have to rebuild up my calories because to go into comp, I'll bring them really low for myself. And then after comp, I will need to build them back up with my trainer. So pretty much it's just as strict going in as it is going out. Just if not, that's how people kind of put on weight really fast. So I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to make sure I do it the proper way and slowly build up my calories. But I love how I train. Obviously, I'll mix it up here and there, so it's not always the same, because who wants to train the same program for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks? Like, no thank you. But yeah, other than that, like it'll probably be pretty similar. Like I'm really enjoyed what I've learned through this prep. It's been really exciting. And a lot of new techniques I've learned or just remembered that I'd just kind of forgotten about when I was training, which has been really good. How does training - diet affect your hormones, and do you lose your period? So I answered this question on Instagram a little while back, like at the beginning of my prep, and wow, I've never copped so much hate, hey. I think it's probably because it's one of those things that not many people talk about. Everyone's, I don't know, social media, like no one wants to talk about those sorts of things, I guess. I don't mind talking about it because like it happens, and I guess when someone at least voices it, you don't feel alone. As I mentioned on my Instagram, I haven't had I hadn't had my period at that point for 6 months, and the year before that I didn't have it for almost a year. So a couple years ago, I don't know really what happened to me. Probably social, I do. I got pretty obsessed with like everyone else on their phones and like social media and stuff, and I was like, wow, I want to look like that. And I guess I just trained. I was addicted to F45 at the time, so I was doing so much cardio. Everyone was going out all the time, so we're going out and like drinking heaps on the weekends, and like when you're hungover you don't eat too much. So I just lost weight really fast, and I like looked like this string bean, and it was really gross. And then I just kind of looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, this has got to stop. So I lost my period over that period of time, so probably 8 months. I finally put the weight, I cut back on the F45, so I cut back on the cardio, and I just went back into weight training. And I tried to focus more on eating a cleaner diet, making sure I was eating enough protein, because I 100% was not eating anywhere near enough for my body. And then I got my period back, and I went on the pill to manage it. I didn't like how I feel on the pill, and I never have. My hormones go crazy. I feel just like an emotional wreck. I go from just crazy angry to crazy crying. Like, I just hate the pill, and I don't like the idea of that in my body. So I stopped. As soon as I stopped that pill, I lost my period again for 6 months. Probably because, again, it was monitoring it and keeping it there, whereas when I get to a low body fat percentage, your body naturally just turns it off. And because I'm normally quite low because of how much muscle I've built on, my period stayed away. Then in this prep, like literally a couple weeks after I mentioned it on Instagram that I don't get it, I'd finally built myself up back to 60 kilos. And I've never really been 60 kilos other than when I've been on the pill, and it's put all those crazy hormones and made me feel like a slob. So I built up 60 kilos, and it was like good muscle mass, like it wasn't high body fat, and I got my period back. And then sadly though, it was just before I needed to start tapering off and losing calories again, so I have lost it once again. But I do believe after this prep, when I put the weight back on, that it will come back, and I will try and keep it and monitor it a little bit better. I just personally do not like the pill. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't think it's a good idea. Personal opinion. I know there are lots of other people out there that probably feel the same. But if it works for you, that's fantastic. But I didn't need it for anything other than to keep my period regular, and obviously for contraception. But there are lots of other options out there, so I'm just using those instead. So yeah, I know when I did mention it on Instagram, lots of people were like, what are you using for contraception? I'm like, man, there are like millions of things you can use. You're good. You're good. So yeah, if you feel the same on the pill, maybe you should talk to your GP and talk about your other options, because honestly, it was like the best thing I ever did. Like, other than losing my period, which I will get back eventually, which I can do naturally. Yeah, don't really remember what I was saying. Tangent, sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much the majority of the questions. Most of them are pretty similar. I feel like that's enough questions. I feel like I rambled on for like an hour. So yeah, we may as well go food shopping, and you guys can see firsthand what I eat and what I buy. And then yeah, that'll probably be the end of this vlog. So make sure you comment below what else you want to see. Make sure you give me a like, make sure you subscribe, because I'll be posting way more videos, especially if you're really liking like the health, fitness and comping life. Or if you're interested in comping, this is like a great way to learn. This is how I learned about it. I literally just watch YouTube videos and learn what everyone feels and what everyone's doing. Yeah. Bye. So I just waited for Stuart to finish work, and now he's coming food shopping with me. And he doesn't want to because he's embarrassed, but it's okay. So we're gonna start by getting all the carbs and then the protein and buy Stuart. And I'll just show you guys what we've chucked in the trolley, just so it can be nice and quick. So bread-wise, I've been having this gluten-free from Helga's. I literally just grab whatever one I feel like at the moment, and going for multigrain. Today, I have 2 pieces of this with jam on toast in the morning with the protein shake as breakfast. So super easy and cruisy because I have to get up early and just go straight to work. And then for meat, Stu, we need to go get meat. Stuart. Stu. Come on. You can't run away. Okay, now for the meats. For the meats, I've been having beef, so I'll grab one of these and one of these. There's my trolley driver. And I've just switched over to chicken breast. So I'll grab some of these, and I have this with pasta, and I have the beef with rice. So to keep my pasta so it's like macro friendly, instead of using a sauce, I just use diced tomatoes. So just like these, this is a side can. So diced tomatoes, I get 100 grams of this, or 50 grams of this, and 50 grams of like steamed veggies, depending on what I feel like doing. That goes with my chicken and my gluten-free pasta. And I'm gonna get some soy sauce to go with my beef, steamed vegetables, and basmati rice. And that just reminds me, I need basmati rice. So I'm super lazy and I get the already pre-made basmati rice, mainly because I tried cooking it myself and I think I gave Stuart and I food poisoning, and I've been scarred ever since. So if it's pre-packaged, I feel like I won't make myself sick. And then I'll just show you guys which pasta I've been having. So I was on normal pasta, which I would normally eat, but I'm now on the gluten-free. So my trainer just thinks that like I'll have less water retention if I'm on the gluten-free pasta. Anyway, so we're trying that to see if it'll make me hold less water. But if not, I just normally get the dollar pasta just because it really doesn't bother me. And for steamed veggies, we just get these pre-packaged ones because it's super quick and simple, and I don't have to cut it, and I'm lazy.